The Harlem Renaissance and the Life of Louis Armstrong by Bradley Wheeler and Son. The Harlem Renaissance was a cultural, artistic, and intellectual movement based out of Harlem, New York during the 1920s that was sparked by the Great Migration, where approximately 6 million black people moved from the South to the northern western states to escape from racial violence, and was ended by the Great Depression and the stock market crash. Jazz quickly became a worldwide sensation in the middle of the late 1920s. Jazz's appeal to white people contributed to the emergence of a new Negro Vogue in places like New York and Paris. Jazz reclaimed its high status as a high form of art, having formerly been connected to Latinos.
Additionally, jazz-related dance styles, most notably the tap dance and the Charleston, which originated in the 1920s, became global trends as a result of extremely well-liked all-black musical shows. Brass bands had started to become popular in New Orleans as well as growing fan bases around the world. The African American community had a major in the development of jazz, although it eventually spread among the many cultures and ethnic groups. By the turn of the century, New Orleans was flourishing in arts and music, not only as a major sea and river port. Many of these events that took place in New Orleans had music to accompany them. New Orleans jazz began to spread to many other cities such as Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York. The Harlem Renaissance was a major turning point for America during the 1920s, and it produced many talented individuals. Louis Armstrong's groundbreaking innovations and contributions not only revolutionized jazz music during the Harlem Renaissance, but they also had a significant impact beyond music and into the larger social and cultural structure of the time, permanently altering the course of history.
The Harlem Renaissance in the 1920s was a major turning point in American history, with influence it had on citizens' lives regardless of their race. Firstly, as an example of successful unity, Harlem is seen as an experimental area where racial peace and economic prosperity coexist. Harlem is a symbol of the possibility of healthy and dynamic neighborhoods, and is envisioned as a future focal point for African Americans throughout the country. The excerpt underscores Harlem as a model of successful unity, presenting it as an experimental space where racial harmony and economic success harmoniously coexist. The mention of Harlem as a symbol suggests its potential to inspire the creation of vibrant and thriving neighborhoods, particularly envisioning it as a future focal point for the African Americans nationwide. The quote further contends that Louis Armstrong's transformative contributions to jazz revolutionized the musical landscape during the Harlem Renaissance and exerted a profound and enduring influence on the broader social and cultural fabric of American history. Additionally, in the March 1925 issue of Survey Graphic, Alan Locke, a Howard University philosophy professor, curated a collection called The New Negro, showcasing black fiction, poetry, music, and commentary, emphasizing the Harlem Renaissance's focus on black life by black artists. Alan Locke's The New Negro emphasized the Harlem Renaissance's dedication to presenting black creative expression and academic accomplishments in a range of fields. The collection's focus on black life by black artists captures the artistic and cultural spirit of the Harlem Renaissance. The revolutionary jazz inventions of Louis Armstrong are portrayed as transformative forces that not only had an impact on music, but the larger social and cultural landscape of American history during that time. Through their art, music, writings, they would tell their stories and experiences which at the time many people could relate to. Like Louis Armstrong's song, "What Did I Do to Be So Black and Blue?" The song describes the discrimination he faced. Black talent saw a thriving era from 1917 to the 1930s, where artists, musicians, and scholars were instrumental in forming a renewed sense of racial identity. Ultimately, the Harlem Renaissance has left a lasting impression on the foundation of American history by encouraging a common sense of identity and impacting black people's lives. Louis Armstrong, a jazz icon known by endearing nicknames like Satchmo and Pops, led a life marked by exceptional talent, resilience, and profound influence on the jazz scene. Beyond music, Armstrong explored various art forms, including writing, collages, home recordings, revealing multi-faced creative spirit. His dedication to relationships and insights into his thoughts outside the music industry were evident in his writing. Armstrong's creativity transcended music, showcasing his diverse use of media to capture the essence of his experiences. The trumpeter's live performances and captivating approach made him a cultural legend, and earning him a widespread recognition in the jazz community. Nicknames like Satchmo and Pops not only reflected his musical prowess, but also underscored the respect and affection fans and fellow artists held for him. In recounting his rise to fame, Armstrong emphasized the increasing responsibilities that came with his growing reputation. His love for performing and vibrant stage presence were evident in his memories of the Sunset, where he enchanted audiences with his energetic performances incorporating a megaphone and the popular Charleston dance. In essence, Louis Armstrong's remarkable life serves as a documentary of transformative impact in music. Enduring his influence extends beyond his musical contributions, shaping cultural dynamics and leaving an indelible mark on the broader artistic landscape.
Louis Armstrong instrumentally captures the resilience and longing of African Americans during the Harlem Renaissance, contributing to the era's cultural identity. Beyond its expressive trumpet, the composition revolutionized jazz, shaping the New Orleans style and influencing later artists. The lyrics in his song Black and Blue, what did I do to be so black and blue? My only sin is my skin. These lines by Louis Armstrong serve as the struggles faced by African Americans during the Harlem Renaissance. His choice of words reflects his ability to translate the experiences of the African American community into his music. This shows how his innovations extended beyond music to become a powerful social and cultural commentary during the Harlem Renaissance. West End Blues embodies the artistic and creative spirit of the Harlem Renaissance, contributing to the distinctive culture of the African American community. The song West End Blues by Louis Armstrong aligns with Armstrong's groundbreaking innovations in jazz, particularly in contributing to the development of the New Orleans style. The solos and group act creativity in the West End Blues not only revolutionized jazz but also impacted later jazz artists, emphasizing Armstrong's influence beyond music and into the broader social and cultural aspect of American history during the Harlem Renaissance. Lyrics like, "Yeah man, those were the days when everybody was blowing and they all tried to blow out. You know what I mean? It ain't like the era where a cat would miss a note and just ignore it. In those days, if a cat would miss a note, they would shed it and wonder why, That was in Louis Armstrong's interview. This quote highlights the commitment and professionalism of the jazz scene during Armstrong's time. The emphasis on precision and dedication to excellence is evident in Armstrong's reference to musicians not ignoring missed notes but rather woodshedding them to understand and improve. Armstrong's insistence on musicians striving for perfection aligns with the idea that his innovations went beyond music. Armstrong's dedication to his craft and the standards he set contributed to the larger social and cultural structure of the time, symbolizing a resilience and commitment to excellence that had a lasting impact on American history. Armstrong's collaboration with the dance team, Brown and McGraw in Chicago, exemplifies Armstrong's groundbreaking innovations beyond traditional jazz. Armstrong's transition from fixed rhythm to a more free, flexible, and inventive rhythmic vocabulary during this partnership reflects his ability to shape the evolving language of jazz. The shift in rhythmic style is foundational for the new jazz language that would emerge in the swing era, reinforcing the historical importance of this period and permanently altering the course of history. Louis Armstrong's music, with pieces like Black and Blue and West End Blues, go beyond jazz, serving as a commentary on the struggles and resilience of African Americans during the Harlem Renaissance. His innovative approach revolutionized jazz, shaping the New Orleans style and influencing future artists. Beyond music, Armstrong's commitment to excellence, seen in his dedication to precision and improvement, left a lasting impact on the broader social and culture of the time, permanently shaping American history and establishing Armstrong as a culture icon of the Harlem Renaissance. In conclusion, the various impacts of Louis Armstrong's groundbreaking innovations transcend the boundaries of music, leaving a mark on the broader social and cultural landscape during the Harlem Renaissance. Armstrong's creative pursuits extended beyond musical boundaries, encompassing literature, collages, and home recordings. His ability to communicate across various media demonstrated the depth of his creative spirit and its impact on the larger cultural environment. The music compositions such as Black and Blue and West End Blues further reinforce Armstrong's role in capturing the struggles and resilience of African Americans. The commitment and professionalism embodied in Armstrong's quotes and his collaboration with Brown and McGraw not only revolutionized jazz, but also symbolized a resilience and dedication to excellence that permeated the larger social and cultural structure of the time. Ultimately, Louis Armstrong's legacy stands as evidence to the power of cultural expression. His influence extended far beyond the music of his time, shaping the New Orleans style, inspiring later artists, and contributing to the broader social and cultural narrative of American history. The Harlem Renaissance, with its emphasis on unity, artistic expression, and racial identity, serves as a backdrop against which Armstrong's contributions shine as a lasting monument to the change of culture and historical significance.